Hello and welcome to the first of our new weekly update videos where we take a look at what's new or changed in Starship Simulator over the past week. This week I've been working mostly on the bridge, updating a number of the core bridge systems to work both in multiplayer and also just be a little bit more robust in general. And to help demonstrate the multiplayer functionality, I've got Claire with me, who's our social media marketer. Say hi, Claire.
Hi.
Claire's always moaning at me to make more videos, so I thought I'd drag her in just to show her how awkward it is. So here we are on the bridge, and I'm going to perform the role of captain, and Claire's going to take the role of sensor specialist. So she's currently manning the sensors, and so I will ask her to show me things, and she will bring them up on the main display. Now on this ship, it doesn't have a traditional view screen, like you would expect in traditional sci-fi, and instead it has a three-dimensional display in the centre of the bridge, and that's the main information source for the command crew. Each individual bridge station has their own screen with that same information but displayed in a more two-dimensional way, and then that information can be basically copied or duplicated onto the 3D display. So Claire, if you could please pay attention to your console. Thank you, professionalism.
Sorry.
So if I was to ask Claire, can you please show me where we are in the galaxy currently? Then she will press the appropriate button, and that shows us where we currently are. So this is just a placeholder texture at the moment. This will be a three-dimensional display, but this shows us where we are currently in the galaxy, and I hope to have that plot the course of where we've been as we go exploring around. And it will also show the location of Sol at all times, and some other information such as, where the Perseus arm is and things like that, just so you can get your bearings on the galaxy itself. And then, could you please show me the star cluster 50 light years around our ship? Thank you. So this shows the local cluster of stars. So there's a 50 light year maximum range on the sensors currently. And there's also, so Claire has the ability to change the display range of the sensors. So if you could please show us 40 light years, and then 30, and then 20. And as we get to 20, you can see that some labels have now appeared on all the stars. Now right now this is just the seed value for each star system. So everyone's unique, and every star in the galaxy will be unique with its own seed. But eventually these numbers will be replaced by the type of star, its Kelvin value, its spectral class, and each visual star will have a relative colour and scale depending on what type of star it is. And so at the moment, whilst Claire's got access to scan any of these stars, she can also lock one of those in for a target, or the helmsman will also be able to lock that in as a target, or me as the captain, I would be able to walk along and say touch that one there, and it will then target that object. So either the captain can have a direct physical role in the operation of the ship, or whoever's manning the station can do that instead, and the captain can just sit comfortably in his chair just issuing orders. So if you could just please bring us in a bit closer and show 10 light years around the ship. This is the shortest distance for the long-range sensors, and that just shows all the stars that we're next to right now. You'll notice that we're right next to this one, which isn't Sol, and the reason for that is this is just a procedurally generated cluster. This isn't using the real-world star catalogue yet, although it will be. So the stars, at least the stars within 100 light years of Earth, should be actual, genuine real-world stars, and everything beyond that will then start to be procedurally generated. Okay, can you please show us the current solar system that we are in? Thank you. So here we are in Sol, our home system, and can you zoom in please to 3AU? And there we go, so Claire can basically change the range of display on the sensors depending on what we want to see. So right now this entire range from edge to edge or actually from the centre to the edge is 3 AU, and it goes all the way up to 50, so if you can go up to 50 please. And that captures the likes of Pluto, which is currently included as a planet, although I know technically it isn't. And then we'll extend that much further as well, so obviously there's a lot of Oort cloud objects or icy bodies far beyond Pluto, and we hope to include as much as we can in the home system relative to what's actually been discovered by real science. Okay, well I think that's it for the sensors. In fact, if I come over here and have a look, so you can see here that we've got 5 sensor modes. Now, planetary system doesn't work right now, so that would just show Earth, because we're at Earth. There it is over there right now. So that would just show Earth, the Moon, and any orbiting stations. And then focus targets, you'll be able to target either Earth directly or a station directly and scan that object. And you'd use that for, if you're, for example, scanning an exoplanet to see more information about what the surface is like on that planet, whether it has life, what kind of minerals it has. So this series of sensor modes is the primary way of navigating the ship. So you would have a look at the stellar region around the ship, or more likely that version, so you can see all the various stars, and say this one over here, for example, might be a really nice, say a G-class star, and you'll be able to target it on here and then scan that star system to see how many planetary bodies it has. It won't show you anything more than the number of bodies orbiting the star initially, but you could then warp over to that star and then perform a more detailed scan to actually see all the various planets and moons and things. Okay, so one last thing to demonstrate then. Claire, if you would mind just taking the helm, please. If you could just roll the ship for me. Thank you. Now as the ship is rolling, you might be able to see that the sunlight is actually streaming in through the window. And I've done this to try and simulate the actual atmosphere on the ship. And if I come over here, you should see it just creeping through. One of the things we lacked was just that sense of scale with the sun and just having the light streaming through the windows, so I've done some atmospheric scattering. It's a simple thing, but I like it. Can you rotate us a bit faster, please? That's it, really make everyone dizzy. Where's the sun gone? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so you can see the sun beaming in through the windows, which little things like that please me. Anyway, I think that's about it for this week. It's nice to have some bridge gameplay working in multiplayer now. It's starting to feel like an actual bridge simulator now, which is good. So next week I'm going to work on the ability to actually navigate the ship between all these floating star systems. Thank you there, sensor specialist. And yeah, so it should hopefully get to the point where all the bridge systems are working perfectly in multiplayer, and then we can actually start going out on some adventures. Okay, well that's it for this week. Thank you for watching, and we hope to have another video out in approximately a week's time. See you then. Goodbye.